YouTube world, check it out. Check it out. 1, 2. I think I'll do a quick little video. I've done older videos on this topic. Hopefully this video gets in the algorithm, and this is it. It's talking about toxic work environments, part 26. This include from the leadership, from management, all the way down to co-workers. I think the problem with nowadays, with a lot of these places, is that they don't know how to really treat good workers. There's a lot of toxicity. Don't even mention all the isms in there, from favoritism, racism, the whole nine in a lot of these places. I feel like the problem too also is that doesn't help that some of the co-workers in a lot of these places, it's not even so much the job be difficult, it mainly be the co-workers. And some of the management to make it more difficult for you to really get anything done. They don't even mention seasoned workers. That means not just the elderly, but workers that have been there a lot longer. They feel like they want to, mini micromanage you and all type of stuff. And don't even let you be one of the only blackheads in there. But a lot of time, all these places, all they do is they put you under a microscope and they expect you, they put all the workload on one person, and they don't even give no real appreciation. And I'm pretty sure a lot of people could really relate to this, of all colors. But particularly for me as a black man, we get the worst brunt end of the stick. We get treated horrible, especially in a lot of these places from Spanish. Some of them, they turn their nose up at us, which is, it's nothing new. But it's just messed up that in a work environment that all these different politics and everything has to go along with it. There's so much nonsense and so much shenanigans that go on in these places. It's no surprise to me, all my years of working for all places, a lot of different various places. Most places tend to just be on some other type of time. And that's the problem. Not only do they want to just have you do all the work, but then they don't even want to give you what you really should be getting. They don't even pay your work, your value. And I think that's another problem too. And this also helps create a more toxic environment. And I think that's what the problem is nowadays with these places. They really don't really fully appreciate a lot of workers, especially good when it seems like the more good you are, the more worse they treat you. And it's sad because, these places, they don't understand, no wonder why they have a high turnover rate. Why people walk in and out of these places, because they don't like to really appreciate and really praise the workers. They pick and choose who they want to. It's a lot of backstabbing that goes on. There's a lot of gossiping. It's a lot of everything in a lot of these places. Me personally, it's cool to have a job, but I don't think it's a good thing to do forever. I see people well into if you want to have a part-time job in your elder years, then okay, fine. But even then, it's like, who wants to keep working for people for the rest of their life and getting put through the ringer, not getting fully praised, not getting fully paid the way they should. And at any given moment, somebody could throw you in the trash bin and then move on to the next person to hire. It's just a messed up thing overall. This whole work environment, this whole stuff needs to change. Then don't even add with the AI and all this other stuff coming into play. You have some of these, migrants, these illegals coming in, taking some of these jobs, and they have no problems replacing people, especially black folks usually be the one they try to run out first anyway. Because a lot of times that's what it's that typical tactic, and that's what they do. I think it's nothing new, and I think that it's almost like high school too. I don't understand about a lot of these places. It's almost like, even if you try to keep to yourself and don't really say much, it's like a problem with people. I think this whole dynamic of the whole work environment has to change. I think it starts with the leadership. A lot of people, they feel like, oh, if now I'm in charge, I'm the man or whatever, or if they're a woman, but a lot of these people that's in the same leadership positions, they were nobodies coming up. They started out the same way. Basically, they were lames, and that's just how I see it. And, it's just messed up that you can't have a decent work environment, having to go to a place. It's enough that you have to get there. You have to get there at a certain time. You have to get settled in, and it's just crazy, In 2026, a lot of this type of behavior is really acceptable. It's time for a lot of these company leadership positions to start being held accountable. Because at the end of the day, this is why a lot of these companies are really failing. They look like they're doing good, but on another note, they're failing on the other side because, people are walking out of these places starting to realize that their self-worth is more than just, giving away endless amount of time to a place that really don't appreciate it for the most part. And I think the inequality in a lot of these places is messed up. There's too much favoritism. There's a lot of isms in there, and it's just a messed up dynamic. A lot of bad energies. That's another thing. Gotta absorb the emotions of so many people, because people, they feel like they could dump on you because they have whatever problems or whatever issues they got going on, possibly even outside of their workplace. It's just a messed up dynamic. And I think a lot of these things need to change. And I think folks need to start speaking up even more about it, especially in 2026. Why the job conditions, why all these conditions in a lot of these work environments are all the same? Something has to be questioned about that. And why is it that even though if there's a price, even though with inflation and everything going on, why aren't a lot of these places really giving better wages for all these positions, no matter what the industry is? I think a lot of stuff has to change. And at this point, like I said, me myself, I don't think it's necessarily the best idea to work for a job super, super long term. I think it's better to get something, try to look at something outside of it, build something for yourself. If you can, most likely, anything could be done. Because at the end of the day, a lot of these places, it seems like, the job market right now is not the best. It's kind of trash. It's just crazy nowadays, and these places still treat people the same way. I think overall, something has to get done with this whole dynamic. I think a lot of things have to change, and it starts with always with the leadership, whoever's at top, management all the way down, and that's what it is. But I had to just get on this topic because, I've had so many experiences with working, and even now currently, you know what I mean? And it seems like the same type of theme over and over and over and over. And this is something we do to get by, but don't let it be nothing long term. Is the message. Always try to look into something more. Myself, I'm always looking into something more bigger and better. And the sky's the limit, basically. But let me know what y'all think about this topic. Have y'all ever had any experience with any toxic work environments, co-workers, management? What needs to be done? There any changes that could be made? This is something, it's a very important topic. A lot of people need to talk more about even more. So let me know what y'all think. This is 2026 edition. And let me know what y'all think about this. Like, subscribe, share 82 Brooklyn 7. Like, subscribe, share 82 Brooklyn 7. Check out all my full videos. Old, new, short clips, old, new. All my recent lives. I'm trying to do a new live at some point. On that note, 95. Peace. Hopefully you hype the video. And I'm going to deep dive into more topics like this. Alright? 1.